Hey everybody, welcome to Ticket Stubs and Popcorn. I'm Peter.
And I'm Frank. How's it going? How's it going?
Doing great.
Good.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
You know what? I'm doing great because today's featured actor is Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe. Gotta love him. Fantastic.
Yeah,
all right, for our little discussion at the end,
Sure, what you got?
let's talk about favorite movie wedding.
Favorite movie wedding. Okay, movie wedding.
Favorite movie wedding. Great. I'll start with Willem.
Sure.
All right, cool. So my first favorite Willem Dafoe role is The Lighthouse. Because he
Way up atop of my that's
because
up there.
he is as batshit crazy as I've always felt Willem Dafoe could be. He's always sort of been on that,
Oh yeah.
you know, on the edge there.
Yeah.
It's such a great performance, and it's such a weird movie.
It's a weird movie, but
Yeah,
it is a very
they both do an
good
amazing
movie.
job in
Yeah.
that. That's one of those. I think we've talked before about a movie that would be a great play. Like
Yes.
Lighthouse would be a great. I mean, you'd go through seagulls like.
Oh, tell me about it.
Your seagull budget would be huge, but but you'd have snacks. So, but yeah, his performance in The Lighthouse is absolutely insane. I don't know.
Intense.
It's weird. I've seen the movie a couple of times, and it always terrifies because I'm always trying to look for that. The first time I watched it, I'm just like,
Yeah, what?
what is happening right now?
You
And you have to see it again because it's just like, when did reality like turn the page?
Exactly.
Yeah, man. So it's great in that sense because it is such a mind fuck. It really is. So then you watch it a second time and you look for when he slips into insanity, when Robert Pattinson slips into insanity. It's like, because these two they just lose their minds.
Yeah.
And you think that Willem Dafoe is going to be like the mentor.
Yeah,
He's just
exactly.
going to guide you through how you do this, son.
Yes.
And it's just like, oh, you're bananas. I get it now. Yeah. So great movie. Great performance.
You also think about this after the fact, and you say to yourself, would either one have gone insane if they were by themselves?
Yeah.
You know what I don't know.
Seriously, like what if Willem Dafoe's replacement was, I don't know, Zooey Deschanel? Like, what would that have looked like? She's too quirky. He probably would have killed himself anyway. So,
No, that's a great performance.
Great performance.
It didn't quite make. I'll save mine for later.
So, my next one would be in American Psycho. Because what's great about that is as you watch this movie and you realize that Christian Bale is insane.
Oh.
And there's this line between is what's happening really happening? How much of it is in his head?
Yeah.
How much of it is really happening?
And it's
how
so
much
over
of that
the
is
top.
real?
It's humorous.
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
And then it's like, okay, so how much does Detective Kimball really know about, does he really suspect? Does he not? Is his seeming to suspect one of those, is it part of what's going through his head?
Yes.
Is that part of his craziness, the paranoia? So he's really good at portraying that part of, Christian Bale's psychosis and his slip into what's real, what's not real, and playing a part in that I think is really, really fantastic. I absolutely love it, and so you don't know, is he just playing with him, or does he know? What does he know? And it's just it's great.
Almost like The Lighthouse. Is he playing with them?
Right?
Sometimes?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's like he just teasing him.
Right?
I don't know.
Maybe,
Who knows?
So that's really good. And then I got to go the Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou.
Yeah.
What's great about that is most of I think a lot of Willem Dafoe's roles, you see him, you don't see him sort of vulnerable or hurt very often.
Not
Not like this.
No.
Like this is kind of like he's a jealous friend,
Yeah.
and you see him, he's just like, oh, and he's just like, it's not a romantic rival. It's he's
just
sort of
attention.
yeah,
too.
it's an attention rival. He's just like I thought I was Steve's best friend, and I thought I was his go-to, but he's
He's been replaced.
He's been replaced.
At least in his mind.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
he's got this, the accent, which makes it even better.
Yeah.
And it's just so it's a little tragic, but it's absolutely hilarious.
It is. It is.
Yeah, I love it. He's done so much great stuff. Finding Nemo, Last Temptation, just so much good stuff.
I found Willem Dafoe to be one of, if not the most difficult 3 choices to make.
Yeah, he was tough.
His performances are, even if it's a small role or if it's a small movie, his performances are always noteworthy.
Yeah.
They're all, they're just, you go back to Platoon, to
Last
Live and
Temptation
Die
of Christ,
in
and that's-
L.A.,
yeah.
Last Temptation of Christ, and all these movies couldn't make my top 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Lighthouse was another one. Just At Eternity's Gate, where he's Van Gogh. That's another great one. I mean, he's just got some flat out great performance.
Yeah.
So I agree with we overlap. I agree with the Life Aquatic of Steve Zissou.
Yeah.
Poor Klaus.
He's such
like a
wounded-
petulant
I
child
was
that is
gonna say,
wounded
he's like a
at the
wounded
end. And
puppy.
it's just like,
It's just like-
it is like, oh, it's like he's calling him Steve Z.
Exactly.
You're 50 years old or something.
exactly.
What are you doing?
Exactly, but it's so
And
funny.
it's like, oh, the poor, he's so hurt. And
Yeah.
then,
Yeah, it's so good. It's so much fun.
he wants a little fist fight. He's just like, oh. Poor Klaus. It's a great movie, great cast, but his little twist is on it.
No,
It's just
really
is
great.
precious.
Really great.
It really is. So that's one of mine.
All right, what else you got?
And like I said, so difficult. I went with a movie that I actually saw off of Disney Plus in Togo.
Oh, okay.
And it's a story that I was always interested in, and it's about the gnome dog sled serum rescue that they did in the 20s, and or maybe the very early 30s, but I want to say it was like the very late 20s. But he plays the dog sled keeper, driver, trainer of one of the sleds of dogs, which is led by a dog named Togo. That's where the title comes from, and it's just this wonderful because he's very almost like the Lighthouse, where he's very serious about his job.
Yeah.
He knows that this is a potential life or death thing, not in the rescue, which is the bigger life or death thing, but he knows that you can save people, you get hurt if you're not careful with the dog sled and they're going at a tremendous speed or they go off alone, and so he's got this certain attitude and he's just wonderful with it, and
he's really good.
Yeah, he's always he plays an intense, serious man, so intensely and seriously. You go, this guy is either the world's greatest actor, or maybe that's how he really is today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
Definitely.
is he insane? Yeah, as a lighthouse keeper, he isn't.
Yeah.
But so that was a movie that I watched. I thought I would enjoy it, but I really enjoyed it. Not just the movie, his performance. and then, like I said, it killed me to have to narrow this down. There is a movie out there. It's probably 4 or 5 years old. A lot of people did not like the movie, maybe because of the slice of life it portrays. I enjoyed the movie. I liked it, but I loved his performance. The Florida Project.
Oh yeah, that got awards, didn't it? Or got nominated?
It got nominations,
Yeah.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I never saw it. I heard it was good.
Yeah, he's this like put upon landlord at this apartment, dwelling, and it's not the best slice of life and that, but this is his life, and he has to tend to his own everyday problems, but dealing with all of the tenants' problems too and stuff, and it's. You just see him. He's pulled in different directions.
Yeah, I heard that was good.
I loved it, and I recommended it to a couple people, and not so much, I guess. I don't know. Okay, well, my bad.
It's not a feel-good movie.
No, it's not a feel-good movie.
Precious.
right. But he was. I really enjoyed that performance, and let me just tell you, my number 4, because it was really close.
I know.
It was really close. Shadow of the Vampire.
Oh yeah,
where it's a what if movie, great premise, where the German movie Nosferatu made in the 1920s, and this is this what if proposition where it's what if Max Schreck, the actor who they hired to play Nosferatu, really was a vampire. And so everything is behind the scenes and on camera as well. What his little shenanigans were. It was sometimes being a vampire, he can't help himself. He's not just biting into the neck of somebody. I mean,
I've never heard of Dracula's goings on as shenanigans. Oh, that lovable scamp.
Oh, he bit me. No, he broke skin. Wait
Oh,
a minute.
yeah. Oh, that's just what he does.
That's what he does.
You're
He's
now
a
the
vampire.
undead, and you will haunt the night.
So it's a great movie, and it's not played for laughs. It's a serious movie. They say, what if he really were a vampire and he's playing the role of a vampire?
I kind of want to watch that again.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a few years. I want to see it again.
Yeah.
That was up there, but he's just got so much.
Yeah, he's got so much good stuff. So much good stuff. He did the Spider-Man stuff really, really well.
Yeah.
When it's just like, oh, hey, look at that! You got like an A-lister in this Spider-Man movie. Cool.
Yeah. I wasn't a big fan, but I know that he's in the Aquaman movie.
Yeah.
And then because of that, some of the DC other stuff, he shows up.
Yeah. Oh, I like
he's all over the place.
You know what the Aquaman movie?
It was
I'm not a big Aquaman fan.
Yeah, I'm
as
not
a
a big
superhero.
Aquaman fan.
I mean, I grew
Yeah,
up
I'm
during
not.
Justice League Super Friends in the morning, and Aquaman's just like
what's that?
just like hanging on. He's just like,
if
hey,
we can
can
stay close or
oh
in
my
the water,
God,
I'll be
he's
happy.
just bumming a ride from everybody all the time. It's just like, Batman, can I get a? No, I got Robin. I can't. I don't have a room in there. It's just like, hey, Wonder Woman,
Okay,
can
but put a towel down.
Wonder Woman, can I just like, oh, it's invisible.
Having a hard time finding
Having
it.
a hard
Where
time
did I
finding
park
it
that
myself, exactly. And so I really think that's why they started making Wonder Woman fly, so that Aquaman would stop asking her for a ride. Yeah. So anyway, favorite wedding. Favorite movie wedding.
Favorite movie wedding.
Yeah.
The first one, I mean, there are others out there, sure. I'm sure there's like Father of the Bride and other, movies which have a wedding or a movie might culminate in a wedding. But my favorite one is Princess Bride. Marriage! Yeah. It's just silly, over the top.
Wow, that's your favorite. Wow.
Yeah.
I have there's the wedding that the Rowan Atkinson character. It's his first wedding in 4 Weddings and a Funeral that he does, which is ridiculously like funny. It's so funny. But I think the wedding that that comes to mind as probably the most gorgeous movie wedding I've ever seen was in, and it probably would rank as my favorite. It is just so beautifully done, and it's just gorgeous in Crazy Rich Asians.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God. I remember watching it. Like, it wasn't one of these things where I was just like, oh yeah, the wedding was really, it was just like I was stunned, where I was just like, oh my God, this is like one of the most beautiful weddings I've seen in a movie. Like, and I haven't seen that movie since it came out.
Yeah.
And it's still
in your mind.
Yeah, it really is. It was just so beautiful and so just wonderfully executed. I thought it was great. I mean, yeah, other weddings, they're notable because they're funny, or somebody runs away, or something funny happens, or something like that. But yeah, that one is just like, wow, that was just take my breath away, gorgeous.
Then in a movie like The Wedding Crashers, there's like, I don't know, maybe 10
10
movies really fast that you just think, oh, they're having so much fun.
Yeah, but those aren't, those don't stick in my mind. Because
I don't, they don't either.
Yeah, no.
I mean, they don't stick in my mind.
But yeah, Crazy Rich Asians.
Very good.
That's a beautiful, beautiful wedding.
I mean, there obviously are a lot more weddings
in
movies.
Yeah.
I just, I don't know if I'm coming up with lots of them.
Well, that's the great thing. You don't have to, because
you only need one.
One word in one wedding is the thing that grabbed your attention. So let's talk about who we're going to talk about next time.
Are you making fun of marriage? Apparently you are.
Yeah.
You are. I don't think I like you anymore.
That's okay. I get a lot of that. All right. Well, that'll be interesting.
All right. Let's check this out.
Cool.
He calls him Stevesy.
So, all right, everybody. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget, we're a podcast too.
Yeah.
Can't stand this. So, have a great day. Bye-bye.
Take care.